Welcome to ABC Interactive English. Hello everyone, I am Mike.
And I am Karen, and today we are checking out part C of A Day at the Zoo. So remember in part A and part B, we were looking at Jane and Steve. They were checking out different animals like lions and giraffes. And now I guess they're probably going to move on to checking out some cute and adorable animals.
Oh, okay. I was hoping they were going to go to the insect and reptile house and see the creepy crawlies and the snakes and lizards and things like that. Those are
cool too.
But yes, we definitely have to check out some of the cuter little friendly animals at the zoo. Steve and Jane are inside the koala house. And that would definitely be what? Top 5 cute animals, probably the koala.
Okay, I would say so.
I think a lot of people love those.
What is number 1 on your list? The cutest animal in the zoo.
Well, it's not just about I would say pandas, right? Aren't pandas number 1?
That's
People
right.
love pandas. I also like some of the more normal, cute animals. I love otters.
Oh, I love otters too.
Whenever I go to the Vancouver Aquarium, I always go to the otter pool.
They're so cute.
Penguins are cute. Everyone loves a penguin, even though they poop all the time. And I also, and this is not an exciting, sexy, cool, and squirrels.
You like
I
squirrels?
like squirrels.
Really?
Yes. I used to live in Canada and I had a squirrel family that I shared my home with in the winter. And by the summertime, I would lie on my sofa, put a nut in my mouth. The squirrel would come in the window, run up my leg, take the nut, sit on my knee, and eat the nut, and I just loved it.
You are kidding me.
I had a great, and then I left that apartment, and I think the people who moved in later found that squirrels were breaking in and eating all the cereal in the kitchen and peeing everywhere, but I loved them.
Oh my goodness.
I thought squirrels are great, and I still do. And don't say they're just cute mice and rats, because they're not. They're squirrels. They're better than that.
Okay, they are really cute, I have to say.
Yes, they are. All right, let's get to some of the cute animals in the koala house with Steve and Jane. Steve and Jane are inside the koala house.
Aw, look at the baby koala bear. It's hugging its mama.
That's so cute. And they look like teddy bears. However, koalas aren't bears.
Really? But they climb trees like bears and pandas.
So today we are checking out part C of A Day at the Zoo. And we're still looking at these 2 characters, Steve and Jane. And right now they're going to check out an animal that is really, really cute. Steve and Jane are inside the koala house.
Wow, the koalas are so special. They have their own house.
That's right.
That's pretty cool. All right, let's get to it. So Steve says, "Aw, look at the baby koala bear. It's hugging its mama." That is pretty cute.
It is.
Admit. And yes, it's true. You often see koalas. The mom will be hugging or holding the baby koala bear, and it is very cute. When you hug someone, you kind of, put your arms around them like that. You're showing that you care for them. You want to protect them. You want to hold them close to you. So there's all sorts of reasons to hug someone. If Karen went away for a long time, I might hug her when I see her again. Oh, it's so nice to see you. And of course, a mother will hug its children to keep them close. And you also might hug someone if they're scared or sad or upset. It's something we do. I think monkeys do it too, right? Just being close to someone. So you put your arms around them and hold them close to you in a kind, protecting, and loving kind of way. So that's very nice. And it's also, of course, for animals, a safe way for the baby animals to travel with the parents. So the parents are hugging them and the babies will also be holding on just for safety.
That's right. So the parents can actually protect the babies, right? And I think Jane says, that's so cute. And they look like teddy bears. However, koalas aren't bears.
Yeah,
they look like teddy bears, but they're really not.
Exactly right. We often do call them koala bears, right? But yeah, scientifically, that is not entirely true. Steve doesn't really know this information. That's why he says, really? With a question mark like that. When you hear something surprising or new or interesting, you might say, really? And you're kind of asking for more information. You know, you're showing your surprise and your interest in the things that you maybe get wrong. Really? But then he says, but they climb trees like bears and pandas. Well, yeah, Steve, but so do people and monkeys and squirrels and other things. But he's pointing out some of their behavior, some of the things koalas do is similar to some of the things that bears and pandas do. And of course, they're bears, and climbing trees is one of those things.
Exactly. So to climb, it just means to go up something or onto the top of something. For example, you could be climbing a ladder, climbing a tree, climbing the mountain. So for example, you could say, he climbed up on a chair to change the light bulb.
Okay, that's a very smart koala.
That's right. So climbing up the tree, though, most of the time when I go to the zoo, koalas are usually sleeping in the trees.
That's true. They have to climb the tree to get there. And of course, Steve could also have thought of polar bears. They're bears. They don't climb trees.
That's true.
They're way too big and live at the North Pole. So all sorts of interesting things about koalas that we're learning today. And we will continue to learn interesting things about them after the break. So climb on back and join us then.
Koalas actually have more in common with kangaroos.
No way. They look nothing alike.
They both belong to a group of animals with pouches. Their tiny babies climb in there to grow.
That's hard to believe. But then again, I'm often surprised by nature.
Yeah, I learned a lot from nature.
All right, we are back at the koala house with Steve and Jane. Steve noticed that koalas are A, cute, and B, hang out in trees, and C, hug their cute little children. And then Jane told us that koalas are liars. They're lying to us. Well, no, not really. It's our mistake. Koala bears is not the name you use for them. Because apparently, even though they look like a teddy bear, koalas are not bears. So what the heck are they?
Okay, well, Jane...
And why are they lying to us?
They are not lying
No, they're
to
not
us. Okay, so now Jane says, koalas actually have more in common with kangaroos.
No way.
That sounds pretty surprising, right? Because they look nothing like kangaroos.
No way, I say. And Steve says, no way. Because like me, he doesn't believe that. When someone tells you something, it may be true, but it's just so surprising to you, you kind of think, that can't be true. So you would say, no way. It's kind of like, I don't believe you. I'm not saying you're lying. I'm just so surprised by this information. No way. And then he says they look nothing alike. They look nothing alike or nothing like a kangaroo. I have never seen a koala hop anywhere. Anywhere. They barely move. So the fact that they are kind of like kangaroos is surprising. And also, yeah, they look nothing alike. Alike is an adjective that generally just kind of means in the same way. They don't look like something like that. You can also use it to describe people in a way. You could say, I am nothing alike my brother. We have nothing alike. We have nothing in common. We are very different. Or you might be very similar. We are very much alike. We are very similar in a lot of ways. But yes, they look nothing alike with kangaroos because, of course, koalas are like this big. Kangaroos are really, really big. Kangaroos have long legs. Koalas don't. So what's going on here?
And kangaroos actually seem very active. They're always hopping and jumping. And koalas, basically, they just sleep in the trees, right?
And don't kangaroos eat lots of food and koalas just eat that eucalyptus stuff? So what's going on here?
So now Jane tells us they both belong to a group of animals with pouches. They're tiny babies climb in there to grow.
Interesting.
So what's a pouch? So a pouch, basically, if you're talking about pouch on an animal, it's basically a pocket of skin on the stomach of some female animals like kangaroos and koalas that is used to carry their babies. So for example, you could say the pouch acts as a warm, safe place where the joeys grow.
The
and
joeys?
Joeys are the term that you use to describe a baby kangaroo.
Exactly right. Puppies for dogs, kittens for cats, joeys for kangaroos. Hey, look, I have pouches here too. If I close my sweater, I have a nice pouch. I could have one little koala and one little kangaroo because they are tiny when this happens. I'm not sure about koalas, but like a baby kangaroo is about 2 centimeters long when it comes out of the mother, and then it goes into the pouch for like months, and then it grows into...
2 centimeters?
They're tiny. They're tiny. It looks like a little worm sort of thing. Very, very small. So something that is very, very small in a sort of non-science kind of way, we can say it's tiny. All right, tiny can be different. An ant is tiny. A bacteria is tiny. A little piece of dust is tiny. Or if someone gives you some food and it's not much to eat, you'd say, why is my dinner so tiny? Why is it so small compared to normal things or larger things? But tiny kind of equals very, very small. Back to Steve. He's listening to all these facts about koalas and how they grow up in a pouch and they're kind of like kangaroos. And he says, no way! Well, no, he says, that's hard to believe, which is kind of a nicer way of saying, no way. So he's very surprised. Again, he's not saying Jane is lying to him or making this up. He's just like, wow, that is so surprising and so different from what I thought. But then he says, but then again, I'm often surprised by nature. Absolutely. And often the things we learn about nature, we might learn from Disney movies and other things. So it's often quite different from what the scientists have actually learned.
Exactly, and that is why it's so fun and so fascinating to visit the zoo because you get to learn so much. And now Jane says, yeah, I learned a lot from nature. And it seems that they're both very interested in learning about the animals and how they live and then how they are, right?
Exactly right. Yeah, we would encourage people to get books out of the library about this, watch shows on like Nat Geo, and if you ever get a chance to go to a zoo, or even better, go to Africa, go to Australia, go to the places where these animals live, you would learn a lot and have a really probably a life-changing experience.
That's right, and I heard that you can actually hold a koala in Australia.
That would be so cool. Can I hold a lion in Africa?
Oh, I guess you can go and try.
I might not come home.
Exactly.
Yeah, all right. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and take care of nature, including the koalas and the pandas and even some of the ugly animals. They're all very wonderful.
They're all very beautiful and wonderful.
We didn't talk about warthogs. That was my dad's favorite animal. You know,
it's kind of cute.
Because they're all great in their own way, just like you guys. Take care. We'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Steve and Jane are inside the koala house.
Aw, look at the baby koala bear. It's hugging its mama.
That's so cute. And they look like teddy bears. However, koalas aren't bears.
Really? but they climb trees like bears and pandas.
Koalas actually have more in common with kangaroos.
No way. They look nothing alike.
They both belong to a group of animals with pouches. Their tiny babies climb in there to grow.
That's hard to believe. But then again, I'm often surprised by nature.
Yeah, I learned a lot from nature.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 hug 动词拥抱。Mia usually hugs her kids when she gets home. Mia 通常回到家会拥抱她的孩子们。下一个单字 climb 动词爬。The children love to climb trees in the park. 孩子们喜欢在公园里爬树。下一个单字 alike 形容词相似的相像的。The two paintings are alike in style and color. 这两幅画在风格和颜色上很相似。最后一个单字 tiny 形容词极小的微小的。The girl found a tiny insect on the leaf. 这个女孩在叶子上发现了一只小昆虫。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 have something in common 有什么的共同点相似处。Common 是名词，意思是共同之处。我们来看看这个例句。They have a lot in common, such as their interest in travel. 他们有很多共同点，例如对旅行的兴趣。下一个文法 No way 不可能，用于难以置信或非常惊讶的情境。我们来看看这个对话。Do you think we can finish this project by tomorrow? 你觉得我们明天能完成这个计划吗？ No way, it's too much work for one day. 不可能，这样一天的工作太多了。最后一个文法 A belongs to B, A 属于 B。我们来看看这个例句。The book didn't belong to Sarah. 这本书不属于 Sarah。以上就是这一课的重点单词跟文法，我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Here's how to play. The host will be holding 3 cards. Each card will have 2 sentences containing a secret vocabulary word or phrase that has been replaced by the word bear. The host will read the sentences out loud for the contestants to guess. Whoever guesses first gets a point. The person with the most points wins. And you can play along too.
Hi everyone, I'm Stephen.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Caleb.
You guys ready to play?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, this one is a verb, one word. Number 1, the young boy has trouble bearing large bites of food. Number 2, Vicky drank water to help her bear her vitamins.
Ingest.
Take.
Swallow.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, 1
that's
point
right.
for you. Okay. All right, so the young boy has trouble swallowing large bites of food. And number 2, Vicky drank water to help her swallow her vitamins. All right, Caleb, you got this, okay? All right, this is a noun. It's one word. The first sentence, Sally is more a cat bear and doesn't like dogs as much. Number 2, Bob lives in the city because he isn't a country bear.
Trapper. No.
Person.
There you go. Caleb's got 1 point. So Sally is more a cat person and doesn't like dogs as much. And number 2, Bob lives in the city because he isn't a country person. What did you say?
Trapper.
A trapper.
Trapping
A cat trapper.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a phrase, 2 words. Okay, number 1, Ben is bear if his friends are coming to the party. Number 2, I'm bear whether it will rain this afternoon or not.
Fired up. Fired up.
You say
Yeah,
what's the...
Ben is bear if his friends are coming to the party. Number 2, I'm bear whether it will rain this afternoon or not.
Don't care. Let down.
You know, you do have to guess to try to get it.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to think of what... Is it a verb or...
It's a phrase, 2 words.
It's a phrase,
Ben
right.
is bear if his friends are coming to the party. And number 2, I'm Bear whether it will rain this afternoon or not.
Not sure.
There you go. Caleb got it.
Oh.
What was the first one you said?
Fired up.
Fired up.
Ben's fired up that his friends aren't coming.
Ben is not sure if his friends are coming to the party. And number 2, I'm not sure whether it will rain this afternoon or not.
I'm not
It is
fired up.
not fired up.
Whether
Because
it'll rain.
it's a good guess. You did a really good job. But Caleb won. Good job, Caleb.
Yeah, I won one. Yeah.
Fired up.